Hey guys, Annie D. I've got the quickest pasta salad you will ever make in your life, and it's so good, and I gotta tell you, it's so easy to make. It uses 3 main ingredients, and one of those is water. So here what we have. We have whole wheat pasta noodles. This is a 1.5 cups. I'm making 2 servings, and I like to use the shorter pasta noodles. You could use spirals, shells, whatever you want to use. You can use the longer ones too, but that's just kind of weird in pasta salad. I don't know, personal preference. And I've got a 1/2 bag of the Trader Joe's Organic Foursome frozen vegetables. Not quite a 1/2 bag, it's pretty close. If I had to estimate, it's probably about, I'd say about 1 cup and a little bit. And then, of course, water to boil your pasta. I mean, that's the 3 main ingredients. So here's what we're going to do. Boil the water. I just use, eyeball it, about a couple of cups. I'm going to pour in my pasta. And we're going to let that cook for about 7 minutes. I'll be back in 6. We've got about 4 minutes left, so just to let you know what we've got for our dressing ingredients as well before I put in the vegetables. Really the bulk of the dressing is extra virgin olive oil, so that's what I have here. I also like to put in apple cider vinegar. It's good for your digestive system, and I like vinegar in my pasta salad, so I don't have very much in here, but it doesn't call for very much. I use about a tablespoon. And then as far as seasonings go, you can use whatever you happen to have in your pantry, but real staples, you definitely want to have salt and pepper. So I've got all natural sea salt, and then for my pepper, I'm actually going to use Cayenne, red pepper. This is good for metabolism. Like this a lot. I'm actually pretty new to Cayenne, so I'm using it on everything. It's kind of like my Franks, you put that on everything, right? Okay, and then a couple of other things. I've got some minced onion, garlic powder, and just dried basil. And then this is going to be basically it for my dressing ingredients. Really basic, really simple. You just kind of eyeball it and mix it all together and go with what you got. So, okay, I've got 2 minutes, and I'll be right back. Okay, my pasta has been cooking for about 6 minutes now, and I have about a minute left on my timer for 7 minutes. So what I'm going to do in the last minute of cooking is I'm going to pour in my vegetables, my frozen vegetables, just so they thaw out a little bit and kind of heat up some. So I'm just going to toss those in and then give it a quick stir. This will cool down the water a bit, but it'll come back on in a second. And this is just to kind of thaw the vegetables out. Starts to look like pasta salad when you throw those in. That looks good. Alright, I've got about 15 seconds left on my timer. I'm going to check the pasta and see if we're kind of close to being done. We might not be, but yeah, we're pretty close. I'm going to do 1 more minute. And then we'll be done. So I'm going to go ahead and kick the heat up to high, just to try and get it to simmer a little tiny bit. It doesn't really need to, it's almost done. And then once this is done, I'm going to drain it and then put it back in the pan. Okay, so I've got my pasta drained and it's back in the pan. I took the pan off of the heat. I went ahead and put in a tablespoon of extra virgin olive oil and a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. And I'm going to go ahead and stir this around. This is just so it kind of gets coated a little bit, keeps the pasta from sticking to each other. I'm going to go ahead and put in a dash of salt. Get it open with one hand here. There we go. And then I'm going to put in a couple of dashes of cayenne. I really like cayenne. I could just use this as the single seasoning for the rest of my life. I don't know, I just really like spicy things. It's good. It's good to give it a little bit of a kick. Alright, so I've got that mixed in, and I'm going to go ahead and put in my dried onion. Some people don't like dried onion. I happen to love dried onion. I'll put this on everything too. And garlic powder. Garlic powder is good for your immune system. Actually, fresh garlic is a little bit better for you, but sometimes you need to improvise and use what you have. Give that a good stir. It smells really, really good, especially once that garlic goes in there. And then I'm going to go ahead and put in my basil. Lots of basil. Basil is also a nice spice to put in here. Very Italian. And then at this point, you're going to want to kind of taste test it a little bit, see if you need a little more salt, maybe a little more pepper. Let's see how we're doing. Okay, oh, that's really good. I'm gonna go ahead and put a little bit more cayenne in. This is all to taste. Before I started using cayenne though, like I said before, I like Frank's a lot. Frank's Red Hot sauce. I don't really endorse a whole lot, but I'm just going to show you. Frank's Red Hot, I love this stuff. It's just, and literally the ingredients, I'm going to read them to you because the list is so small, if I can find it. There we go. Aged cayenne, red peppers, distilled vinegar, water, salt, and garlic powder. So basically, everything I put in this is in here. So, take it for what it's worth. You can also add Frank's to it if you'd like. I love Frank's. The original kind. The other kinds have a little bit of chemicals in them that I don't endorse, but can't beat original Frank's. Okay, taste it one more time, see how it is. That's perfect. Alright, there you go. Under 10 minutes, you got a nice lunch. Now what you can do too, if you want to put some protein in with this, if you're not in a huge hurry, you can put in some beans, canned beans. Try to make sure they're organic if you can. Black beans would work really well. Garbanzo beans I've used before, and those have been really good too. Peas are also a good source of protein, so you can just put peas in as well. So there we go, another quick and easy recipe. Come join me on my blog, anniesimplelife.blogspot.com. Come back and see me soon. Bye-bye.